130 million albums as a member of the Backstreet Boys. He now has a new memoir called Facing the Music and Living to Talk About It. He opens up in the book about how becoming famous at 12 almost killed him. Please welcome Nick Carter.
I did that for you.
Yes, thank you. It's nice to see you. Congratulations on the 20th anniversary of the Backstreet Boys. So now I understand you guys are celebrating by going on a world tour.
Yeah, we are currently on a world tour. We just actually finished the States, and we started actually in China, and now we're going over to Japan, the whole world. So we're blessed to be able to do that.
I remember a time a few years ago you guys toured and Kevin didn't go. Is Kevin on this world tour?
Yes, Kevin is back. He took a hiatus for 7 years. Yeah. Started a family, pursued acting, and now he's back in the group. It wouldn't have been 20th anniversary without him. So
without all of you, yeah. Always. How is it touring 20 years later? Because we all saw Justin Timberlake and In Sync on the VMAs, and there was a little struggle in the movement.
It was?
Just a little something with the other members.
No, it's actually, you have to do a lot of upkeep. I mean, you're a little older than you were before, so but actually it's aside from training and staying in shape and eating good and trying to get sleep, some of the guys actually have families now, and so they bring their kids on the road, and that's a little different.
Because you're the youngest member. I mean, when the group was invented, he was only 12 years old. So now you're 33?
I am 33, yes.
So you're still a very young man. Now, I know you have a girlfriend. Is your girlfriend going to come on tour with you?
Yeah, actually, I put a ring on it, and so...
Nice.
And she comes on the road with me, and
nice.
So she's my fiance, actually, yeah.
Very pretty.
Thank you.
How does your past with drugs work with world touring? Because when we think of tours, don't we think of drugs, lots of sex, and just party?
It's out there. I mean, it's something that you have to be aware of. And the good thing about it, though, is if you surround yourself with good people. The guys in my group, they've become sort of a surrogate family of mine. Yes. And, obviously I have a fiance now, and I'm accountable to her and them as well. So.
Yeah, that's good.
And myself as well.
Were you the only one in the group who just took it to the limit with the drugs?
AJ definitely had his bouts as well as I did, but I think it definitely stemmed from my family background and the dysfunction that I sort of came from, and it just enhanced it,
I was reading in the book, so you revealed that your father owned a bar, and the family lived above the bar. And so it was like the kind of bar where the party would continue afterwards at you guys' upstairs apartment after the bar would close, and that you wandered into the booze. By the age of 2, you had your first drink.
Yeah, actually, I crawled in, and there was a picture of me actually, drinking it, and it was a laughing matter to the family, and so that was sort of like things to come in the future, obviously. But I really started to actually really had my first drink when I was like 8 or 9 years old. So that was legitimate.
Which drugs did you have the biggest problem with?
Honestly, I had a lot of trouble with ecstasy, but I still consider alcohol. It's a struggle of mine. I don't like the way that I feel with it, so I still consider it sort of like a gateway drug as well. But
alcohol, and so now you're totally sober today.
Well, I'm totally sober 100% when it comes to drugs. Alcohol it's a battle with me every day. I don't like the way that I feel after I drink it. It kind of spirals me into a depression. So, but I'm still struggling and fighting. You've
been sober, off the drugs for about 7 years?
Yes, 7 years.
Did you have a sober coach?
I actually, when I had a lot of my problems, actually, they put me into an outpatient program instead of going into rehab, and so, yeah.
What do you think about Miley Cyrus and a lot of the people today glorifying Molly?
It's tough because, you know, actually, I actually remember being in the band. I remember when Eminem actually had an album and he spoke about drugs on his entire record as well. You know, it's influential to the masses. It really is. You know, and it's a responsibility that you have, and you know, with your words as a celebrity and a singer.
Yeah. In the book, you talked about, and we talked about this the other day on Hot Topics, and I told you Nick was going to be here, so we can talk to him about Paris Hilton. You talked about how Paris Hilton, you didn't blame, it's not like you blamed her for your drug problem,
no.
But you were saying she probably wasn't the best girlfriend for me to have at that time because she fed all of the demons.
Exactly. You know, I think that's a perfect example of people that you choose to be around. Yeah. You know, at that time it was like, you know, misery needs company, you know. And
she's very wealthy.
It was a completely different lifestyle than what I was used to. I mean, I came from a lower middle class family. That's how we started. Yeah. I wasn't born into it, so it was tough.
How long were you with her?
We were together for approximately a year.
Long enough, right?
Long enough, too. Yeah. But I mean, and you know, that's not what this book is about at all. It's really, I assume responsibility as an adult. You know, I've had my issues, dysfunctional families, dysfunctional relationships, but I take responsibility.
It seems like almost a teaching tool for people, you know, caught in the grip of addiction, and you lay it out very, very truthful. What was the big turning point? Was there a time that you were, you know, laying in the street on Gun Hill Road in the Bronx, and you said, "I got to get better"? like, what was your turn?
No, I've had my moments, you know, from getting DUIs to being in jail, to, you know, actually being diagnosed with a drug and alcohol-induced cardiomyopathy.
What is that?
And it was the beginning signs of it. And what it is, it's also called the sudden death syndrome. So you can literally, your heart muscle weakens and your heart will just stop. And so it's the same thing that killed Andy Gibbs, same thing that killed
Chris Penn?
Chris Penn as well.
Sean Penn's brother.
Yeah. So I had the beginning stages of it, and so that really, I mean, it scared me. You know, I love life.
I want to ask you more about your family, and I want to get the skinny on this alleged reality show that he might be having. I'm not sure. We'll talk about it next. It's Nick Carter. Clap it up for him. Nick Carter is with us. Is it true that you and your fiance are getting a reality show?
Yeah, it is actually.
Really?
We're in the yeah. It's we're doing the presentation at the moment, but it's based on our marriage and just overcoming family issues, all the same stuff. But the person that I was when I had done
House of Carters
actually is completely different than the person I am now, so I'm comfortable with it.
House of Carters came out what, 10 years ago?
Yeah, well, roughly about, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago.
You were still getting high? That was right before you sobered up?
Yeah, I was still having a lot of issues on that show, you know.
Your family was depicted, your sister, I'm so sorry to hear again, the one in the middle with the blonde hair, she died of a drug overdose. What's her name?
Leslie.
Leslie. Leslie had to have been a big reason for you also to just want to put the drugs down, leave them alone?
Yeah, well, completely. I mean, you know, the reason I wrote the book, you know, Leslie and I had a really tough relationship as it was, but like her and everyone else in my family, I love them all, and I wanted nothing but the best for them. So I wanted to write this book for someone else out there that may be going through this, you know, so that they don't have to go through the pain and the loss that I am going through right now.
Yeah.
And
then your younger brother, Aaron, he's also in the picture. He went on and had a successful music career. He emancipated himself from your mom and dad when he was 15. Now, your parents, were they divorced at that time?
Right when they divorced, I think that was right when my brother did emancipate, yes.
Is it true that your family members have been dabbling in your family fortune to the point where you had to just separate from them?
I tried to actually separate. That was one of the issues. When I was 18 years old, I told my mother and father, I said, Mom, Dad, you stop managing us, you know, just be parents, you know, and...
Were they mismanaging funds? If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was a lot of fund mismanagement going on. Yeah.
But financially speaking, you're doing well today.
I'm doing really well. I actually, and you know, the truth is, the party lifestyle, it took a lot away from me, but I pretty much got it all back.
And you got it back nice and early. Kiddo, you're only 33 years old. You've got a beautiful fiance. Exactly. You're on world tour. You don't have kids yet?
Not yet.
You got a chance to have the kids.
Yes, exactly.
Life is sweet.
Yeah.
For Nick Carter.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed our conversation. You can pick up, this is a good book. It's called Facing the Music and Living to Talk About It, where bookstores are sold everywhere. Keep it here. We'll be right back.